Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It will introduce you to some new concepts in stock market trading techniques that will help you make money. It will also introduce you to our low-cost home study video course. If you currently are a stock market investor or trader, or just manage your personal retirement account, you probably occasionally wonder how you could make more money each year without creating a lot of risk. Or maybe you would like to learn how the big fund managers make money. How are they able to make consistent profits year in and year out? The answer is simpler than you might think. It's knowledge. Knowledge that's been around for a long time. Accumulating can be a daunting task until now. Learn with our professional college level course that is inexpensively presented on a video CD. But more about that later. Let's take a look at what's possible. Here's a chart of Apple stock for the 6 months from August 1st, 2010 to February 2011. The stock is a strong growth stock, and you would have done nicely if you owned it during the 6 months under discussion. Even if you aren't a chart reader, you can tell this stock went up during the time in question, and if you were invested in it, you would have made money. How much money? The stock went from $240 to $340 a share in that time frame. That's a profit of exactly $100. That's a nice result. We calculate the gain by taking the difference between what we pay for the stock and what we sell it for. Of course, in order to get this profit, we would need to buy exactly at the low and sell exactly at the top. Doing this is not always easy. How many of us can really do that? Not many, and that includes me. Let's see what our percent gain is. That's the amount of money we made divided by our cost. Simple. We made $100 and we paid $240 for the share we purchased. We merely divide our profit by our cost. That's a gain of 41% for 6 months. Most of us would love a gain like that after only 6 months. But here's the good news. With just a few hours a month, without making it a full-time job, and no sleepless nights, you can do much better. How much better? You could have made 203% using the same stock and the same time period with just a few more hours of effort each month. Just invest your money like pension fund managers, bankers, and mutual fund managers do. It's not hard, it's not complex, but it requires a little education. Here's how a different approach would work. We would place several positions in the same 6-month time period. We will do one at a time, which would take several actions for each position, and each position would end before the next one begins. We make money as long as the stock value does not enter the area limited by the box in the lower left-hand corner. As we have shown, if you bought on August 1st and held the stock until the end of February, you would have made 41% if you timed it perfectly. For clarity, each position and order cycle will be shown by a different color. With our system, we made 35% just in the month of September, and the best part is our timing didn't have to be perfect. The second position is placed the week after the previous position concluded. Notice that the profit rate stays about the same even though the stock price moved higher. So we have done a little work in September and a little more in October, and we are already ahead of the typical stock purchase. In the month of November, the stock price went down and we still made the same approximate profit. December found Apple going sideways and we still made the approximate same amount of money. January was choppy and we still made our money. Apple actually went down in February. That surprised a whole lot of investors, but guess what? We still made our typical profit. It's clear to see that we make money when the stock moves up, moves sideways, or even moves down. You could be doing this yourself if you take our course. Now let's look at some variations to the same technique that allows this strategy to be customized to your specific risk temperament. We'll look at the month of December positions again. This is the way we would recommend setting up the trade in our trader's advisory. The red arrows show a comfortable margin between the stock price and the position parameters. But suppose you're more conservative than average and want less risk. To make this a more conservative trade, we would move the parameters of the position so that the gap between the current stock price and the transaction parameters would be larger, as shown with the gap of the red arrows. Your profits would be less, but the transaction would be less risky and have a larger probability to complete successfully. And 18% is nothing to sneeze at. If your temperament allows you to take a larger risk, you could adjust the position so that the current stock price is closer to the transaction price. The distance between the red arrows is now very small. Notice by moving the transaction closer, our profit goes up substantially. We won't discuss how risk is determined here, but please accept that this transaction is riskier than the two just discussed. The important point is that we show you how to control your risk and rewards for every transaction. You will learn how to adjust any strategy to your own personal temperament. We traded Apple for 18 months using the techniques just shown. For part of 2009 and all of 2010, we made an amazing 565% just on Apple stock. We showed how we can make 200% in 6 months, so you can surmise how we can make more than 500% in 18 months. This is just one strategy with one stock. There are many variations on this technique, and we'll show you a few more. We have many winning techniques using other strategies covering many different situations, and you'll learn them in our course. We don't have any secret formulas or magic methods for success. We do it using knowledge that is readily available in many books and all over the internet. But it's also conveniently organized into a sophisticated training course. It took years to gain the experience to make consistent profits like this, and we will show you how easy it is to do on our CD course. You could spend a large amount of time and do your own research and waste a whole lot of valuable cash experimenting, or you could take advantage of our experience and knowledge. Here's another way to use the same technique. If you wish to be less active than our normal monthly activity, you can adjust the time period for your own lifestyle, out to 2 months for each transaction. If you really want less activity, you can use even longer time frames. This usually equates to slightly less profits on an annualized basis, but still would generate very nice returns. Be less active, generate a little less income. These choices are basic variations on the same strategy. They all have one common thread. They remove the feeling that you're on a roller coaster ride and place you in charge of your investments. What we do is take the risk and uncertainty out of the market. You will know your exact cost for every position before entering it. You will know your maximum risk for every trade before placing the trade. And you will know the exact profit you will make before entering any position. You will not be required to make high-stress decisions while you're in the trade, hence the name low-stress trading. Our annual gains in 2009 were 236% for all transactions. In 2010, we earned 308%. In 2011, we continued to trade Apple. Here is how we have done so far this year, until August 7th. when we're making this video. The red circle indicates the highest cost per unit we incurred so far this year. That's the total money out of your pocket for the entire year. You can see that you don't need a lot of money to do our techniques. The green circles are our dollar gains per unit and total percent gain for the year to date. Weekly options are new and we use them wherever they give us the opportunity. Flexibility is a big part of our approach. They are especially useful in erratic markets like we are having during the current debt crisis debates. Knowledge is the key to success, and you will get it in a clear, easy to understand format. We don't do high-risk trading, and we don't do day trading. And we have never had a losing month. The key to success is learning what tools are available and how to use them successfully. A significant tool that investors generally have little knowledge of is stock options. Our course gives general knowledge on how the option markets work, basic option concepts, a dozen different strategies and techniques, and many examples of how to apply each strategy. You will learn with step-by-step instructions on calculating potential profit, risk assessment, repair techniques, and entry and exit methods for every strategy. Understanding market timing through charts is critical to selecting your entry points at the correct time. We not only teach conventional chart reading, but we show you unique charting methods that apply specifically to our techniques. These methods have been around a long time and will help you make even more money. If you don't manage your money well, you can easily turn a few winning positions into losses. We teach you how to avoid any losses. We don't offer vague theories, but practical methods to protect your principal and accumulate profits. Tying it all together and ending up being able to trade on your own with total confidence is our goal. Many examples take you from the research phase into timing your trade correctly, then into the mechanics of doing complex trades online and protecting your profits and completing each month successfully. You could call us with questions when you need additional explanations. Our website has many examples of different strategies that we have used recently and explains our methods further. There's a reason that we have never had a losing month, and you will learn how to achieve the same success. Go to our website and sign up for our low-cost training. You'll be glad that you did. It's lowstresstrading.com. That's lowstresstrading.com. Thank you for listening. We hope you appreciate it and see the use for this system, and we wish you good luck and happy trading.